darkest feeling deepest. Noble enough to see the world. Map to find the key was lost. To save the man strength. Darkest feeling deepest. Noble enough to see the world. Map to find the key was lost. To save the man strength. Darkest feeling deepest. Noble enough to see the world. Map to find the key was lost. To save the man strength.
Welcome everyone to another wonderful episode of Followers of Mayhem, and you guys cannot see. Let me fix that right now. What is it doing? Okay, is that the right one? Yeah, there we go. Welcome everyone to another exciting episode of Followers of Mayhem. Nothing else happened in the last 5 minutes, nope. And if anyone tells you otherwise, they're a liar. So,
I'm a liar.
you take 1d6 bludgeoning damage for being a liar.
Dang.
Not really, but...
You take 1d6 truth damage.
Yeah, there you go. Truth damage.
The truth hurts.
Yes, it does. Hey, Vienna.
Oh. Yep, Vienna's back.
We just started because we figured you'd be able to just walk in once you get here. You can hear us, that's good. Remember, use Roll20 chat because the stream can't see you typing in Discord. Yeah. Yep. Okay. So, you all rested up. You all did your things, and another day soon dawned in the magical city of Frozen. What do you do?
Are we in the demi-plane right now, or are we actually in the Frozen?
Up to you.
I'd say demiplane. Everyone good with that? Demiplane?
Yeah.
I need to pop into existence first, so I don't have a choice.
What do you mean?
I was Tanuki'd.
You appear in a stack of books.
Okay.
Goes on reading like nothing's happened.
he lands with a thud. A book flies into the air and just opens up in front of him, and he just keeps reading. All right, but yeah, Alex goes around, does his daily rounds, checking up on everyone, and he goes looking for Kagura.
Why do you wait until now to beg for treats?
I require nourishment.
No, it's not the dog. It's my freaking cat.
Yeah, I know. It's Mittens. He's back, and he's after treats. And he's after
Ben,
someone.
get him.
I require nourishment. I require nourishment. Meow.
Ben,
Meow.
where are you?
Meow.
I gotta do dress
Meow.
up.
Meow. 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 I shall wander away now. And then Mittens just wanders out the door.
But yeah, Alex goes and checks on Kagura and knocks on his door.
Kagura opens it and asks, "What is it?"
Hey Kagura, how you doing? Come on. Good morning and all.
Click.
Been doing a lot better ever since Elnath got that blood out of me. As a matter of fact, just
Yeah.
wish she didn't wish she did. Just so wish she didn't have to go. Didn't resort to such underhanded means to get it out.
Well, I mean, I guess he just had to get your blood boiling,
Ha ha ha! I see what you did there.
Come on. Have a sense of humor. I mean, sure, maybe it didn't feel too good, but I can tell. I can tell looking at you. You're a lot more calm. You seem a lot more at peace with the world.
Maybe not with the world, but I don't know. Maybe not the world, but I'm certainly at peace.
You get what I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Vierna and I have kind of got a bit of a attack strategy going forward, which, sorry, I can't remember if we all discussed it or not.
When we had to know where to take on Vierna's sister and get that sword, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that. Yeah.
Well, there's-
But yeah, I was just checking up on you because I mean, we've all had it pretty rough, and I wanted to leave you and your sister alone for a bit before I came to check up on you.
it's no bother. If anything, I'm looking forward to once we get nowhere liberated. I'm looking forward to uh breaking the news to your old man. Maybe might actually be might now it's time for him to be put in a good mood.
I wonder about that. And you can tell Alex isn't too sure.
What's wrong?
Well, it's just that where nowhere is. It's surrounded on all sides practically. I mean, keeping it in any sort of look. I mean, as much as I hate to say it,
You're worried that it's going to be difficult to keep out of Syndicate hands once we liberate it, right?
yes. If we do liberate, well, maybe we're playing our hand too strong there. Because, well, look, I'll say it this way. I think, at least this is my take on it, right? And feel free to not listen, but I need to bend your ear for a bit. I think if we are going to make such a power move, as it were, start this big revolution or what have you, it's probably going to have to start from Lundrock.
Jule is probably waiting for us in Lundrock.
Either there or Prosh. I guarantee it's Prosh. She's more comfortable there than anywhere else.
Whichever once we figure out where she is we'll know where to go first. We have to get a foothold somewhere. We don't even have an army.
Well, we've got a small resistance building up, thanks to Elnath and everyone. But I'll be straight up honest with you. Starting with nowhere, I would love to, but in terms of tactical viability, it is not a good place to start. It is surrounded on all sides. There is virtually no walls or anything to defend it. And whatever magic could be provided would probably be very limited, because as powerful as as powerful as warlocks can be, we're limited in our spells.
So sounds reasonable. I've spoken to like Dennis and Vierna can only cast the same spell so many times.
And there's no guarantee that either of them will learn anything that we need to know.
But about what we can do for nowhere?
Yeah, pretty much. But let's not focus on me for this. The whole point of going there is we need to get that greater silver sword, I think she called it. We need to get that sword, and well, whatever else we can steal from the Syndicate is probably a plus. But as far as they should be concerned, this is only just an outlier, just insignificant little ants just pecking at the legs of bigger creatures. You feel me?
Well, the smaller look at it this way: the smaller Jule thinks we are, the less likely she'll be to retaliate when we actually do something.
Exactly. Now, I don't know if it's just going to be us or maybe we get a handful of people in it, but whatever the case, nowhere isn't really where it's all going to begin. That's all I kind of wanted to say.
We'll turn this around. Elnath was able to save me, and now I can. And Elnath saved me. He saved my sister. Now we can all focus on saving everything else.
So much to do, so little time.
Especially now that we know that dragon's coming, huh?
Mm-hmm. But well,
I wonder if Jalay has a plan for that.
I guarantee you she doesn't.
Alright, I'm gonna stop you there. Vienna, you go to Mercy's. Hello, darling. Hello, how are you? You're looking absolutely radiant today. How can I help you? Alright, you can continue now. I just needed to give Mercy his big welcome.
Okay. But yeah, Alex sighs and his mood picks up a little bit. But, well, just so you know, Kagura, I mean, after all the secrets and everything, I hope you can still count me as a friend and an ally.
Hey, the way I see it, for what it's worth, Rura kept even bigger secrets from me. Particularly that she knew who I was right from the start. She told me the truth, and I forgave her. So I see no reason why I can't do this. Why I can't offer you the same courtesy. And
I don't know. I guess I'm just used to people saying, "Oh, well, warlocks always tell lies and blah blah blah." Like, the whole cult leader thing,
Well, you know what? Warlocks may tell lies, but most warlocks may tell lies. But you know what most warlocks don't do? Make maps.
That's true. He smiles with a bit of pride.
What do you?
But yeah, sorry.
What is it you're planning? Speaking of which, Alex, if you don't mind me asking, what do you think? What do you think you're going to do once this is all over?
Well, after all this is over, either before or after it's all over, one or the other, I'm going to have a wish that has no strings attached. Exactly what I want. No misinterpretation of the facts. And the wish I have in mind, I think it would be kind of something that we all might enjoy. Hello?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, alright.
Well, I guess Kagura didn't respond, Alex.
Alright, well, he just says, what I'm planning to wish is, well, it'll help us keep our adventures going, and, well, if the wish works works how I intend, then we'll never be that far from home.
I'm not. You do remember? You do remember? I'm going to be put in a position where I can't just go wherever I please, right?
Oh, true. He leans in and he says, "But well, you obviously might have to be an ambassador for the multiverse, don't you think?"
I could. At some point, if I do happen to, still, I'll have a throne to sit on once this is all over. I could have to go to other lands to, negotiate trade. So who knows? I might just need just need a group to act as bodyguards. Hint, hint.
Alex smiles and puts an arm over your shoulder. And he says, when I first started traveling with everyone, I didn't really think any of you would click with me. But, I've kind of found that you're a pretty alright guy.
I wasn't expecting. To be honest, I wasn't expecting much of anyone here either. But well, you proved yourself to me, Ian Fulma. You seem to be as committed to solving the whole time loop issue as I was.
Yeah, well, when your family has dealt with extraplanar stuff for a good few decades, you kind of learn to recognize when something isn't right with the universe, and I guess that just never sits right with me.
I guess realizing that we're all doomed to repeat the same 500 years should things go south a little above your family's pay grade. I take it.
Mom doesn't tell me much about what she does. She just tells me that, well, let's just say that the letter she has sent is just basically a lot of her saying that, sure, Jule is scary, but it just basically is her saying that she's seen scarier things in the what is considered the toilets of the outer realms than what Jule is here.
So, well, we're gonna need that. I think you're gonna need people with that kind of attitude, if we're gonna be able to stand up to her.
I mean, maybe Mom is just trying to keep spirits up, be confident, but it is what it is.
I could probably learn. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from her. Maybe I could learn a thing or two from her. I'm probably the one in an army would turn to most for morale.
Well, we'll see what happens. But yeah, once together, I'll ask anyone who hasn't taken the mark to. The idea is I'll give people a second chance at the mark, and then, well, after that, we'll proceed.
All right. I should probably go see if Elnath is still around.
Mm-hmm. And hey, Alex, gives you a hug and pats you on the back. Stay strong, all right? I'm always right by your side.
I know. I'm always right by yours.
All right, now off with you. I gotta go and see other people.
You do that.
So, Dennis,
Mm-hmm.
you successfully sneak up on Dra.
I give her a surprise hug from behind.
She cries out and then she laughs and she says, "Oh, you." And she gives you a kiss on the cheek and asks if you want breakfast.
Sure.
Alright, she starts making breakfast. Alright, Vienna, now, he does say that there's going to be a small bit of a tax because they do have to make some sort of profit. You do understand that, of course. We're not going to make it cost a lot, but we do need to make some profit from providing the materials. So how does 120 sound? And again, this is in with your discount that you get as part of... Alright, and he places down the 100 gold worth of diamond dust. And he waits for you to hand over the money. And once you do, he lets you take the items. A pleasure doing business with you, darling. Alright. Oh wow, what are you doing?
She's just meditating in the training room.
Okay.
Passing time, really.
Of course. I shall see you then. I shall await your visit. Have a wonderful day. Alright. So, Dennis, you get your breakfast, and Grisura, are you still looking at your little medallion?
The amulet? Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone have anything they want to do before you head out? And start the journey to nowhere?
I think we have a plan I want to discuss with the others.
Okay.
I have a plan.
So, you all eat, you all start together to talk about what you're doing, and what do you do?
Halar sighs for a moment and looks over the group. So what's the current plan to actually do what we're doing with Nowhere? What's our goal? What's our objective? And what's our means?
Well, according to Vierna, there is a little item that is in the possession of her sister, who currently is presiding over Nowhere. This item may help us in defeating the astral dragon when it comes about. So our current plan is to get in there and take the item from her. It's likely going to result in blood, but that is what it is. Now, thankfully, because I know Mayhem, thankfully, because I know Nowhere like the back of my own hand, I might be able to get us in and out without much of a fuss, because the moment we walk in there, then the syndicate is probably going to be on us like bees on honey.
So this is the declaration of war, then?
No, not a declaration of war. Nowhere isn't a defensible place currently. I mean, I'd love for it to be the first place we liberate, but it has no defenses of its own. It is just a little town in the middle of nowhere. It's not exactly a place for a revolution to start.
And seeing as how the syndicate controls so much of Mayhem now, I wouldn't put it past them to just simply send people from all four directions and overwhelm us.
Yep. It's classic pincer attack. We'd literally be sitting ducks.
Okay.
The time for a declaration of war, though, it's coming, but not right now.
Well,
This is merely a group of individuals who are trying to evade. A group of individuals, seemingly insignificant, just going in and stealing stuff from the syndicate.
alright, I have a plan of how to do this, but Kagir, what's your take on this? Do you want to be a part of trying to steal it?
It doesn't look to me like I have a choice. If we don't get that sword, this dragon will kill all of us, and then we'll end up having to do this all over again.
I can put up a distraction and help you steal it.
Wait, don't we need to steal her as well in order to get the sword?
Oh, that's true. She might have a pack weapon with it. She is a warlock.
Yeah, and take it from me, you summons Wanderlust. You can't get rid of a packed weapon. You try to steal it, you can just summon it right on back.
So our only answer is to kill her, or for her to depack the weapon.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. When a warlock dies, and they've performed a ritual on a weapon for it to become their pact weapon, the pact is severed after they die, and the weapon is left on the ground. Now, this is... hang on. It's not necessarily essential that we get the sword to kill the dragon, but I do have a concrete plan to kill it if we do. Well,
Is Fiona present?
yeah, she's present.
Yeah, she just can't talk because her internet's being a blare.
Her token's not present, that's why I asked. My bad.
Hmm.
So yeah. I mean, when you take up the pact, you typically do learn the ritual to perform that sort of thing. So if she has made it her pact weapon, then severing it from her will, well, we need to kill her to sever the bond from her.
Of course, we kill her after we torture her for what she's done.
No, Dad.
Shed.
We're not that kind of people.
We're already crossing a gray area by considering taking her life. We don't need to make our enemies suffer as they die. And besides, the longer she lives, the better chance she'll have to escape.
That's true.
Besides, well, she keeps sending this shadow demon after us, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's clearly trying to get our attention, so I say we give it to her.
We can fight those things one at a time, but she'll probably have an army of them waiting for us, on top of her syndicate goons.
Kagura, trust me. I've been in this life for 30 plus years. A shadow demon can only be summoned with a high level spell. And even then, a warlock has to keep concentration in order for that thing to stay under its command. If they lose concentration, then the demon is unleashed on its own, and it'll kill whoever it wants. Now, I don't know about you, but think about it. If this is the same demon she keeps summoning, wouldn't you start to feel like, if I could, I'd want to kill her?
Well, we've already agreed. We've already agreed it's going to come to that, right?
No. Sorry, misinterpreting the facts. Yeah, Vierna is correct. Vierna is correct. Demons aren't like zombies. There is a clear, dedicated, concentrated effort that goes into summoning a demon. I've seen this multiple times. And regardless of how much more powerful she's gotten, I guarantee. Yep, keeping a demon under control takes focus, as Vierna said. Because let me just put it simply. If she has an army of demons, she either A, knows all of their true names so she can keep them under control, or B, they're all running amok in nowhere.
Well, if that's the case, then if we're gonna go into assault nowhere to kill her, how do you plan on doing so?
Well, as I said, if it's been rebuilt as it was, like nothing has happened, then I think I'll be able to get us in and out of a few places. I mean, I've lived there for my entire life. I might be able to find us some little entryways here and there so we can sneak in and not cause too much of a ruckus.
Again, I can be played as a diversion. I know a certain spell that'll work for that.
That could definitely work, yeah. No.
Would there be any way you'd be able to get us in and out of the town without Jule even finding out we were there at all?
I might be able to get us out of the town without her noticing.
Because if we're going to do this without sparking a war with the Syndicate, we need to be discreet.
At this point in time, you notice Dennis appears to be ritual casting something. Apparently, I learned teleportation circles, so I just need the chalk, and I can teleport her somewhere.
Somewhere?
Okay,
Probably
where exactly?
frozen.
I mean, Frozen already has a teleportation circle, doesn't it?
Doesn't it take a long time to use teleportation circle at nowhere?
True.
We would have to like stay there for at least a long time, like an hour or so, right?
It takes 1 minute to cast.
Doesn't it take an hour to create it though?
You just draw the teleportation
Allah's
circle on the
talking
ground.
about the proper stationary ones
Oh, the
that
proper
are
stationary
completely
ones, you have to cast
foolproof.
daily for a year.
Ooh.
We're not making
yeah.
a stationary one. We're making a temporary one that'll just take us somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, teleportation circle just takes a minute.
And if it's temporary, then they won't be able to follow us through it once we're done.
Correct.
Because it's only the caster and 8 willing individuals, correct?
Everyone who steps into it.
So yeah. And after that, we should be fine.
Just keep in mind that if you don't get into it fast enough, you will be left behind.
Well then, let's just do all we can to stick together.
Vienna has a good point. Dennis, you should prepare it on a scroll or something beforehand, so we're ready.
I guess that would work. Okay. I'll do that after I show you my other new toy.
Okay.
He's actually ritual casting that, so it'll actually be a while. So go ahead and continue the conversation.
All right. Well, while he takes care of that, Alex takes a moment and hang on, give me a minute. There we go. And he addresses everyone. All right, so Butler, I believe, might still be in Frozen, so I'll just let everyone who hasn't taken the mock yet. I'll go over what the benefits of it are again if you've changed your mind. The mock will make it so that you can never give up information that is meant to be secret willingly. Meaning that if you are captured, then, well, them trying to get the information out of you by force is, well, pointless, because you can never talk. And even if you do try to, under worst case scenario, then the information will be erased from your memory.
Dennis thinks for a moment while he's casting anything and says, I probably don't need that.
Well,
and then he looks at Alex and says, you know why.
Mm-hmm. But, well, anyone who hasn't taken it, so this is your, I'd say this will be your last chance before we move on and get things underway.
Very well, I'll take it.
You sure, Allah?
I don't think I have much of a choice in this matter if I gotta help you guys out.
Well, alright. I'll give Elnath a ping and to let him know. And,
Very well.
Alright. Alex, mentally calls out Elnath's like, Elnath, you there?
So you all hear the sounds of rapidly running feet as they run towards the group, and then Elnath skids to a stop, and then looks to Alex and he clears his throat. You called?
Is this... Oh, okay, never mind.
Where did you even come from?
Downstairs.
Downstairs.
I mean, I was contacting you mentally. You didn't have to run all the way here.
Well, yes, I do know that. What do you need?
Alright, well, how's Butler doing? Is he all rested up and ready?
Oh yes, he's currently packing up his things and preparing to head back.
Right. Well, before he leaves, could he quickly give Awa the mark? She's decided to take it.
Oh, of course. And you watch as Elnath turns, takes a step, and then bolts off. And then a few moments later, he runs back and then says, Butler is on his way.
Hard to believe you're... And, like, Alex just, like, almost gives this, like, really, like, this look that just says, really, and just shakes his head and points a thumb at him, like, can you believe this guy's my patron?
There's that unicorn one I was like thinking of too. Could be worse.
Well, I mean...
Can I say that Dennis has done ritual casting that at the moment?
In a second, Dennis, we'll get to it.
Okay.
So, Butler eventually calmly walks out and approaches Alara and then says, Alright, this won't take a moment.
Just put it in a place it won't show very well.
It can only go on the neck, sorry.
Amazing.
It needs to be on the neck so that it can detect your vocal cords, and if that's kind of what it relies on.
I understand, just go on with it.
So he gently grips your neck and you feel the ink run down your neck and then fade and become a tattoo. And he removes his hand and then he says, Alright, it's done.
Thank you.
Fiona asks, so can Butler make tattoos that do other things as well?
I saw that, but she didn't say who she was asking. And I was still finishing with the love first. But, yeah, that's done. Let me know if you need anything else.
No, try not to.
So, Butler gives a wave and begins to head away, and Elnath looks to Fiona and he says, Oh, Butler? No. I can know.
By the way, when are we doing this unicorn thing?
When we can, Dennis.
Okay.
Well, I haven't made any in a long time, but when I was a little younger, I did make one that went on the arm, and when you swung your sword, it would make it trail sparks, like it was about to light on fire. That's just one example of it. It's just a small little magical effect. Well, do you all need anything else?
Well, we're just about to head over to Nowhere and to try and get those things that we need from Felicia or whatever her name is.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm pretty confident in our own abilities, but we don't want too big a party.
You know, I know just what you need. Leave it to me. And he bolts right off again.
How does he have that much energy, I swear?
Dragon chocolates, most likely. He's probably eating them as he goes.
You bet he's on constant sugar rush.
Yeah, that's probably it.
That would explain how he's so active for his age.
I am not old! Okay, yes I am, but that's still rude.
You told us you're over 500 years old.
Yes, but you're being rude about it. I am not that old.
Yeah, you're right. He's probably 700.
He looks really good. He looks really good for being 500 years old.
You're my great grandfather. I can pester you about your age as much as I want.
Maybe 800.
You get no response that time.
I'm going for 1,000.
I mean, if he's an ancient dragon, that's not really too far-fetched.
So, is there... By now, Dennis, your spell will have been finished.
I hear Dennis say, "Test, test. Does this work?" And after a moment, you realize that this happened. That you heard this in your mind and not your ears.
Just in my mind, Dennis.
Holy shit, I've finally gone mad.
So, this new spell I learned, we can communicate telepathically. I am not sure how secure it is other than being telepathic.
I mean, it's pretty secure on my end. No one can read my thoughts.
That's very funny, Alex.
No, I'm serious. No one can read my thoughts.
Another perk of having one of those tattoos.
Oh, no. And he raises up his hand, and you see a ring slowly fade into existence. And it has the picture of a mind, and it's got the emblem of a mind on it.
Oh, interesting.
Ring of mind shielding. Got it as a gift.
That must come in handy.
Yep, and the ring disappears again. Basically, it's to make sure that, no one goes picking around in my brain and getting all the juicy bits.
That wouldn't work on me either. Assuming I'm aware of it. Or something's aware of it. Anyway.
Let's just move on then.
So, is there anything else you want to do before we wrap up and Fiona and Gazura do their thing?
I'm good.
Okay. So, you all separate and start packing up and getting ready. Fiona and Gazura, you head off. And,
Dennis takes a moment to mention that you can use this bond to speak to only specific persons if you want to. Or, unless I checked. Is this correct? Or is it talk to everyone?
the spell's right there, you can read it.
Okay.
So, because only one of you can speak, what I'm thinking is you two can do it via one of the roleplay channels. And if it turns out it's needed for this session, we can come back to it. Otherwise, we'll just have it done in a roleplay channel, and yeah. How does that sound for you two?
Well, I was just gonna suggest just the two of us use the chat anyway while someone else talks. But
Okay.
that's
okay.
fine.
You can do it. But
Okay.
so while you two do that, I'm gonna move everyone on though. So after getting everything ready, now last chance, is there any purchases you would like to make before you head to nowhere?
Yes. I need some rare trucks.
Alright,
It costs 50 gold pieces, and I don't have that much. But seeing how it's going to be used to teleport everyone, donations would be appreciated.
I donated you last time, I thought.
Alright, fine.
Sorry about this.
500 silver is the same as 50 gold, right?
Yep.
Alright, well, you get 500 silver.
Thank you. And then Dennis goes over to Mercy's.
alright, so normally I would say you'd have to there would be an extra cost because again he's running a business, not a charity.
I
But
have enough to cover some extra cost.
alright, how much do you have?
28 gold pieces.
Okay, well, it is a 20 gold piece tax, so
Okay.
it's 50 plus 20, so 70 gold in total.
Okay.
So, is there anything else anyone wants to do before you head out? Alright, let's get going. So, also, by the way, Ruru disappeared with a... So, she's gone to visit Tanuki. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... Wait, you're going through the woods. Remember to subtract your rations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Vienna is always providing food with food and water.
If she has it prepared, that is. Okay. Just remember to subtract 1 spell slot for every day, Fiona. Just remember that. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And now you're in the woods right next to nowhere. Okay? So, you're in the forest, the woods. And ignore the path bits, I didn't have time to prepare another map. So, you've just finished dealing with another one of the shadow demons. You know, they're always there. You just kill it and get back to things.
Yeah.
The body's still there. It's, you know, currently turning into ash and withering away as they do.
Alex kind of squints at it and he's like, you know, I know we've been dealing with this thing for... I swear I know that demon from somewhere.
Alrighty.
No, it's just this weird sensation. It's probably nothing.
Allah, you see 2 people in the forest to your right. It's on the left, but it's your right because of the direction you're coming.
Right. She sighs for a moment and whispers or sends message to... we'll just say Alex. And she said there's people watching us to your right.
Right? Alex looks over there and makes an active effort to see if he can figure out what's going on.
Alright. Roll me perception. Okay, I'll actually have to roll that. Let's see. You see a certain raccoon and a blonde-haired woman.
Wait a minute. He squints at, and like you see for a moment he's not sure, but then he actually smiles at. He says, "Mom, is that you?" And Sarai?
Hey guys! What, Sarai? What are you doing here? Well, you know, rogue business and all that.
Athena's actually sitting up in a branch and she waves to everyone. He's like, and she says, "Hi, sweetie. How have you been?" I've been good. What are you two doing here? What, didn't you just hear your friend here? We're on rogue business.
You can't mean to tell me that the master actually told you to be here specifically with Alex's mother. Yep. We were waiting for you, as a matter of fact. Waiting for us.
You kids sure took your sweet time, you know that?
That's how life goes sometimes. That's So what's the issue?
Well, the issue is you are all going to storm nowhere, and we are going to join you.
That's an
That is
issue?
the issue.
Well, quote unquote issue. You know what I mean.
And so I guess does that mean you two are going to be fighting with us, or do you have a way inside?
Oh well, sweetie. Let me tell you. And Athena leans in a little bit. Like, I've worked here for years. I know every nook and cranny that can even be possibly hidden away in nowhere.
50 years is what Alex said when he cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Funny, your son told us the same thing.
Well, I mean, you live in a town long enough, you tend to see pretty much everything. Plus, well, maybe I might have told him one or two things. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So, what are you kids planning to do?
I was going to lead up as a distraction source, and they were going to try and sneak in while I do that.
A distraction on your own? Sweetie, you're bound to get killed.
I won't get killed, I promise you.
She looks like she's not sure, but alright, I suppose we can always resurrect you regardless.
That's the spirit.
Besi-
It's like, Alex is like, I am still not comfortable with how casually we talk about death now.
For the
Yes,
record,
it is.
only one of us has died once. And that'll be me.
People dying is business as usual. Oh, when you're on a job like this.
I know, right? Even Athena says, even more so when you're out there in the outer planes and there's nothing but you and the unimaginable and soul-crushing realization how tiny you are.
Ooh. Sounds pretty dangerous.
Wow.
It's a living.
Sarai is taken aback by this, and he goes, "Wow, Alex, your mom has been to hell and back, literally."
Isn't that
And-
Diana's father? Bubush.
Whatever.
Sorry, I just
Same
had to
thing.
make a joke. Okay, continue.
Yeah, I mean, my mom's, yeah, she's not what you'd usually expect. And she gives a look and is like, and what does that mean, young man? And he just kind of like holds up his hands and says nothing.
Dennis sees this opportunity and says, "Hey, this is everyone, right? Is there going to be anyone else that's going to be assisting us?"
Nope, we're all you got. Sucks to be you.
Okay, that actually that actually covers my numbers. I can ritual cast this, and I'll be able to get everyone. Then we don't have to talk while we're in there. He begins ritual casting it.
As he's ritual casting, Athena just kind of like looks to Dennis as he's doing this, then slowly turns her head over to Sarai and he's like, is he okay?
You get used to it.
Because he, I don't know, he kind of looks like he's gonna start bleeding out the nose.
It does happen time to time, but you get used to it.
Okay, I suppose.
Just how he does his thing. Just the nosebleed happens, I think it's just natural at this point.
Nosebleed only happens if Draw appears. Because she's beautiful.
Alrighty, Dennis. Keep casting, buddy.
What?
Keep casting, brave spirit.
By the way, Kagura, I couldn't help but notice you don't really come off as like a feral rageaholic anymore. Or does that mean you're chill? Does that mean you're chill now? As a matter of fact, I am. Elnath took care of that little problem.
But yeah. So kitties, what do you think? A Horizon Walker and a swashbuckler by your side? Hell of a story, right?
Well, it won't be much different from our own story.
I'm
We
less
can work with it.
I'm less impressed by that, and more impressed by the fact that you've been able to stand and being around a womanizer like Sarai for 5 minutes.
Oh, trust me, he's throwing compliments at me here and there. They're saying like, oh, I love mature women. I just twist his ear and tell him that I'm married.
It'd be weird. It'd be weird. Being with a friend's mom anyway.
All I winks at him.
Kagura face palms. Says, Sarai, you are shameless.
I mean, you got. I mean, Athena shrugs and is like, some women go for it. I mean, I used to have that kind of type, but not anymore. I mean, hey.
So, Athena and Sarai, you had quite a bit of time to set up an FOB, a forward operating base. Do you lead them to it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, you all led to a small, almost like a treehouse in a sense, that overlooks the town. And I haven't got it in place, but I'm just going to move you over to the map, and then I'll show you where you guys are, okay?
Okay, at some point in time, Dennis finishes casting it, I assume.
You are all over here, past this big wall. And let me go grab Sarai, because I forgot to put him in the map. There we go. But yeah, here is nowhere.
Athena just... Sorry, go.
This is over the wall, right? So we
You
can't
are
really
in
see
a tree, hidden
in a
from
tree.
view.
Is the tree looming over the wall, or is it not?
It's not over the wall, but it's above. But it's tall enough to be above the wall, so you can see in.
Is it possible for? Well, I guess I'll ask that when I get to the point. All right.
Yeah, Athena, her usual happy kind of expression just kind of drops this, and it's like, no matter how many times I see it, it's just so sad seeing my home like this.
If it makes you feel any better, we got dryouts.
That does make me feel a little bit better. At least all the original nowhere residents are alright. We were really worried about her for a while, She got kidnapped.
Yeah, apparently she got a couple spells cast on her.
That doesn't surprise me.
She's safe in the demi-plane.
Alright, now. Your kid's plan
Before,
is...
before anything, Athena, you know something is about to happen as the sun dawns. You know that you can only see them like this when the sun is about to rise. Do you tell them to wait so they can see what happens next?
Yep. She holds up a hand and is like, Alright, they're about to do something. Everyone, sit down and just watch.
So,
for reference, this should probably be a mental conversation. For now.
Mental, physical, whichever happens, as long as no one hears anything.
oops. So, do you all watch the town?
Yep.
Okay.
Alex does, yes.
So as you watch the town, watch them all glance to the sun, and then they all change into humans and yokai, and you watch as they all basically cast Disguise Self.
Athena just shakes her head. Disgusting, isn't it?
So they're trying to hide the town for travelers. This works in our favor, actually.
We don't know what they do to passerbys.
No, but this makes my job easier.
For reference, does one of them disguise himself as Draw?
No,
Okay.
they're all just
Ruru's here.
humans and yokai.
Okay.
Hey, Rura.
Ruru's here.
Welcome. Oop, what? I don't. What? Okay, that's fixed. Hey, Rura.
Sorry, no voice. Alright. But yeah. Coco's
There are
reaction
tokens here.
is-
Are they supposed to be there?
Pardon?
There are 2 tokens here. I don't know if they're supposed to be there.
They're
Just thought I'd
not.
mention it for you.
I'm still cleaning up, but I had to welcome Rura. I can only do so many things
That's
at
fine.
once.
But
So, yeah.
yeah,
That's all.
sorry. So yeah, I imagine Athena and Sarai have been watching the town for a bit. Like, have they seen any like travelers come by and see what happens to them, or?
Travelers come by, they do business, and then they leave. From what she's seen, they're literally just keeping the town running as normal.
Well, yeah. Athena turns to everyone's like, just keep everything going, like nothing ever happened. I mean, if I'm being honest with you all, it kind of pisses me off. You know, you ever feel like that? Like they just have the gall to keep things going like this.
Yeah, I understand why you feel about that.
Mm,
It comes off. It seems creepy, if you ask me, more than anything.
I know it's like, what was that one book? Invasion of the Mind Flayers. You know, like just body snatch everyone. Disgusting.
This Julie lady, he seems to be the type who thinks she can just walk in and do whatever she wants.
Well, I mean, as far as things have gone, has she been proven wrong yet?
She's about to.
Alright, well. They keep things running smoothly, and whenever people come in to do business, that's just what happens. No one ever gets jumped, no one ever gets mind controlled or anything, at least as far as I've seen. And it's
Julie. I'm sure there's mind control to some extent.
probably somewhere. But as it stands, they just, well, as your drow friend here has said, they just keep everything running. Disgustingly smooth.
You see a familiar figure appear. A blonde-haired drow.
Yeah, the moment Athena sees her, it's like, there she is. I can tell. You know what, low key, everyone, I can tell you right now, she's not a natural blonde.
Natural blonde or not, she's our target.
Well, there you go. And, well, she's doing her rounds now.
This is the time then.
Sure enough, you watch her wander up to one of the civilians, air quotes, and she begins to just complain at him. You can tell from the folded arms and the stuck-up nose that she's clearly making a big deal out of something.
Alright, is everyone ready? Right,
What,
our aim is
jump?
her, correct? No, we're not gonna jump her.
Yeah, like, Athena's like, jump her now when she's surrounded by...
No, that's not the plan.
Alright, well, seems like you kids have your target. We'll just follow her in. You want to be careful of the cartographers, though. The guilds changed. Ever since that traitor Wheeze decided to sell everyone out, it's not as safe as you think anymore.
So
Yeah,
what's our goal?
We're gonna
Are
have
we gonna... Go ahead.
we're gonna have to discuss that traitor business after this.
Okay, so what's
yes.
the cur-
What's the
What's the
actual
cur-
plan?
Yeah. So I can lead myself out to her and for her to capture me, air quotes, and lead me into the building. That gives enough attention for the guards, so hopefully you guys can sneak in from another side.
Hmm.
You
Well.
guys know the Cartographer's Guild, right? She motions to Alex and her mom. You know a secret way in, right?
All right. Well, now for the DM, would they know a good way in?
Sorry, I muted
Yeah.
myself. Forgot I muted myself. I mean, there's a few ways in. There's typically guards on all the entrances, but if all they're interested in is keeping up appearances, there is an entrance in the that leads out to the forest that was an old. Well, it's an old sewage line. It's a little dry and a little bit musty in there, but odds are if they were making everything identical, it might be there. And it might be full of fresh sewage. Because
Will it be under guard?
probably not, because it's just a line that goes from underneath the guild directly into the forest.
Well,
Valen's flying about, camouflaged by the clouds, keeping a bird's eye view of the town.
You know, Alex, I just had a thought.
Yeah.
Do you happen to know the sequence for for their teleportation circle?
Well, I mean, okay, I imagine they would have a teleportation circle, but does Alex know it?
I mean, the teleportation circle would have been destroyed when the thing exploded.
Yeah.
yes, fair.
Alex looks to Dennis and shakes his head. It would have been destroyed. Sorry.
So you all watch as whatever Felicia was doing seems to have worked, as the civilian then hands her a large coin sack, a large bag of some sort that is very heavy at the bottom, and she seems satisfied and she takes it and wanders into the general store.
I can buy you maybe an hour. That's all you got.
All right. Well, kids, we have several entryways. One of them isn't guarded, but you're probably not going to like it.
And just why wouldn't we like it?
How strong is your sense of smell?
Very.
I'm, considering I'm a fox, I'd say it's very sensitive.
Then you're gonna want to plug your nose if we go that way.
You lot have fun now.
I love how you can just hear the bemusement in the last voice, like she thinks she got the better part of the deal because all she has to do is get kidnapped.
What I do best.
All she has to do is just piss someone off.
It wouldn't be the first time she's gotten kidnapped.
You watch Felicia emerge from the store with it's a box, but it's bright pink, and you know, it's the kind of boxes you see pastries and cakes and things in, and she begins to wander back to the Cartographer's Guild.
She's done that so many times now. It's a wonder it doesn't go straight to her thighs, fat bitch.
Alar pokes her own belly as she just frowns.
So,
Athena like waves in and is like, "Oh, not you, dear. You're drop dead gorgeous."
Oh.
I thought I was living the high life. I never let it get to my head that bad.
Against syndicate policy to skin like that mother would be very displeased. And Alex says, displeased enough that she wouldn't resurrect her if she happened to have an unfortunate accident.
Oof.
You know, as much as we should actually probably take her body with us so they can't res her.
Yes.
Because
anyway.
free resurrection only works if the body's been destroyed.
Mm-hmm. Well, kids, shall we get this underway?
Ready when
There
you
you
are.
go.
If I recall correctly, someone has a bag of colding, right?
Alex does, yes.
We can shove her into that when we kill her.
An entire body?
I mean, the bag was designed to hold monster parts, so it would probably fit.
And I
You
mean,
could always dismember her.
she's a drow. She technically qualifies.
Okay.
If we dismember her, then they'll be able to use reincarnate on any part we
God,
leave behind.
Dennis is really bloodthirsty tonight.
I mean, anyway.
I'm
so
just...
yeah.
Wow.
But yeah. Anyway, let's keep things rolling.
All
All
right,
right, kids. All right, kids. I'll leave you to where it is. And Athena stands up and gives Laura a pat on the shoulder and a kiss on the forehead and says, "You'll do fine, sweetie. All right, we'll come and get you when we can."
Laura has stars in her eyes, and she just like looks like an excited like little girl, and she just like gives her a salute, and then she's like runs all the way to the entrance again.
All right.
He's a good kid. All right, and Athena and Sarai I imagine would lead everyone to the sewage.
All right, so it's a bit of a journey, so we're gonna cut to Alatha now. Allah, you enter town, and you notice a few glances towards you, and then they do a double take.
No, I don't enter town just yet, sadly. I'm gonna wait a little bit
Okay.
for them to actually get to the entrance of the sewer, or for me to guesstimate that. I'll give it about 10-15 minutes, I'm assuming.
All right.
I mean,
did you want a sending when we get there?
Well, we do have the mental link, so we can.
Oh
tell
yes,
you when
that.
we're there.
That we
Alright,
do have
so
that.
I'm gonna wait until they relay me they're at the entrance, and I'm gonna ask them to relay me about it.
All right. So they make it to the entrance, and then they inform you of it.
Okay. Next, as I said, I'll let them have an hour, and I'll cast this.
You said let them have an hour. Are you just gonna stand there at the entrance for an hour?
No, I'm gonna cast that and move in. I'm not gonna. I can move my illusionary double
Okay.
twice the speed even. So she walks over here, and she's gonna look around the town, and she's gonna pass people regardless of the looks for her. She's gonna look over to the Cartographer's Guild for a moment and just thinks for about a solid 2 minutes or so, and then waves to people casually, trying to put up an act like she doesn't know what's going on. Just move on over there.
You watch as quite a few of them just sort of like take this deep breath in, and as if they're sort of mentally preparing themselves for this. And then they begin to approach you and say, "Excuse me, miss."
Hi, yes. What's going on?
And
Whoa, that's a lot of people here.
yep. You are very, 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 very quickly surrounded.
Wow, that's a lot of people. Well, how can I help you guys today?
They keep coming.
Alrighty, I'll see how this is gonna go. And she's gonna try to jump over them and run straight to the Photographer's Guild.
How high can you jump?
I believe I have a feat, not a feat, but a racial trait for that.
She has the double is illusory. She can jump as high as she wants, doesn't she? Can't she?
You count one size large when you determine your weight capacity and the ability to just try and find your person feet difficult. No, that's not it. Is it charged? No, maybe I don't have that ability anymore. Nope, I don't. I'm gonna try to charge on through though.
So you charge right through them as an illusory double.
Yep.
Okay. So you charge right through them and they pause because you literally phased right through them.
Sorry, I got a message to send.
One of them lifts a hand, and I believe this one has that spell. Let me double check. Nope, it's not you. Is it I swear one of them had it. Hold on a second. Just a moment. Okay. Yeah, you wouldn't have it, and I don't think you have it either. Yeah. Alright, so they're just gonna watch you go, and then they're gonna start spreading out because they immediately, they know that's an illusion, so they're just going to start looking
for the real.
Yep.
Got it.
You see a few go towards the Cartographers Guild though, mainly just to keep an eye on it, and a few of them step out to basically inform the guild, air quotes guild anyway, that something is up.
Are they doing it telepathically, or are they actually gonna run to it?
No, they're actually moving.
Okay, well I moved twice as fast as them, if not 3 times.
Okay.
So I want to get there first.
Alright, you get there first, and he pokes his head in through the door and says, "We got a problem."
Hi! I'd like to talk to Letitia.
Felicia looks at you, and then she looks to the man, and then she looks to you again, and she just grips her head and she says, "Why does no one in this place have Dispel Magic?"
I do.
I do, and allows illusionary to that's like doing a jig just to taunt her.
Bring me someone who has goddamn Dispel Magic so I can actually concentrate on actually finding this blasted center.
Hi, I had Dispel Magic. Can you find me though? That's the real question. She gives a wink and a chuckle.
Now, Alex, can you tell me this really quick? Can warlocks learn Dispel Magic?
Hang on.
I think everyone can learn it.
Yes, I believe that they can. Hang on,
That's
5e.
impressive.
I need to quickly check this.
Yeah,
out.
everyone can cast it.
Yep, warlocks can learn Dispel Magic.
Alright, so it takes a solid 5 or 10 minutes or so, but eventually they find a couple of warlocks that know Dispel Magic, and they all basically take turns casting it until they finally dispel your illusion.
Well, I wanted to actually make a deal with you, but I see how we can't be trusted for that, she would say at the last moment for that.
The only deal I want to make is to kill you!
Oh, you are mad. And then she'll just dissipate with the magic.
Find her and kill her! Now!
Would that erase my visibility check?
It dispels
Your
the magic,
invisibility,
yeah.
yes.
Oh, okay. So that's 2 parts of the list lead.
So,
Alrighty.
where do you appear then?
Well, I carefully placed myself right outside town in a bush.
Okay. So, everyone else, roll me a con save while you're going through the sewer.
Oh, dear.
Alex and Athena both as well, yeah?
Those of you with good noses, disadvantage.
Rest in peace, Dennis.
Hey, I rolled a 10 and a 16.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, wrong thing.
Rest in peace.
So, we still have Ruiz.
Aurora
So-
hasn't popped into existence yet.
So, as you're all wandering through the sewers, Rura, you just had lovely tea with Tanuka, you know. You've been helping him pick out his next outfit for his next guest. And, you know, he fixed your pink feathers and all that, and so you teleport back but you fall into some water. And as you stand up, you notice everyone else, and they're all holding their noses, but you know, birds don't exactly have the best sense of smell. So you're just like,
No, we have good eyesight.
so you're just like, why are they holding their noses? And you're covered in water, and there's a bit of, you know, yeah, you're just covered in water because the what's it called? The green moss. The moss wouldn't have grown yet, so you're just covered in water.
Okay, well,
Wait.
I guess I just kind of stand up and just try to shake my feather, or I flap my wings a little bit to try to take some of the water off and kind of splash everybody a little bit, and I just look around confused like, where are we?
You
In
don't
the
wanna
sewers?
know.
You really don't want to know. Knowing that, then Athena is like, she's clearly gone a bit pale in the face, and she says, "You're all a bunch of sissies. I'm feeling completely."
Ruben, everybody's talking to her once, so she looks a little confused, and she goes, did I miss something?
And Alex is holding his nose, and he says, "You missed a lot."
So
Dennis is wincing. He's like, "Oh, I miscounted. I'm sorry, you don't have the telepathic link. We're going
so
to have to speak to you."
everyone is now covered in sewer water because Rura decided to shake herself off. So enjoy that mental image.
Dennis, you damn well better have prestidigitation ready.
Yep.
It's a cantrip. I always have it ready.
And then you just watch as Dennis, like, slams his hands onto himself and then slaps everyone with prestidigitation, drying them off. Yet the feeling of the water on you will never fade.
You feel,
Rua's
you,
still-
feel
Because Ruben asked him not to touch her.
you feel as though 1,000 baths will never get you clean.
Berserker holds up her dreadlocks. There's nothing in there, is there? She's hoping there's no turds in there.
You're fine. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going.
And one thing I realized, Rura was an orphan on the streets. So being in sewage isn't something she's all that unfamiliar with. But she's still confused why everybody's just all looking mortified.
Also,
She just silently
there's a blonde-haired woman that you recognize as Alex's mother, and there's also Sarai, the raccoon, that
Raccoon.
flirted with you.
Oh no. Rura kind of gives him a worried look because she definitely remembers him. But then she also looks confused at everybody. She goes, "What's going on?"
Alex just says, "We're sneaking into the Cartographer's Guild so we can pretty much kill
Alex.
Vierna's sister and yeah."
You're not holding your nose. If you were, you'd be talking like this.
Got him.
I gotta make another con save, right?
No, I'm just saying if you were holding your nose, you'd be...
Jabbing at you.
Yeah. I can only do that for so long, sorry.
That's fair. I'm just being silly.
But yeah, Alex says, we're sneaking in. Well, we're getting into the Cartographer's Guild so we can kill Vierna's sister and steal her stuff.
Her sister?
Yeah, she's, for some inexplicable reason, taken over my home. You can sense that Alex is kind of irritated.
I don't... she doesn't blame them. And then she goes, "Oh, okay." And then she goes, "Wait, where's Alar?"
She's fine. She'll catch up with us in a bit. She was doing a bit of a distraction.
Yeah, she's playing distraction.
By herself?
She's fine. Don't worry. She had it all planned out, and well, we've let her known where to find us.
So,
Rura still looks worried, but she just nods. She goes, "Okay."
So, you all head through the sewers. You know, there's a couple of rats. Some of them get a little brave, and a swarm does try to attack you at one point, but you just kick them away. Like, they're nothing to you at this level.
Seeing one of the rats scurry off, Athena waves her hand and says, "Bye, Jerry. See you next Tuesday."
Squeak!
Spirit just gives him a look. She goes, reminds me when I used rats back in Foma.
You cut out.
So it kind of reminds me when I used to hunt for rats back when I was in Foma.
Thank goodness you don't have to do that ever again.
Eventually, you make it to a metal stair that leads up to a small circular opening that likely leads into a certain lavatory. And
We'll have a toy.
lavatory.
Oh,
Toilet.
toilets.
Do we have to climb up through a toilet?
Yes. Good luck, Prince.
Quit complaining, Dennis.
Alright, it's the men's toilet, and no, there's a one of those metal circular things that go on top of entrances to the sewer in the toilet.
Yeah.
In the toilet area.
Question, DM.
Yes?
How long have I stalled so far? Because I got more antics coming up.
I think about 15 minutes.
Okay.
So, the role was to see if it was the girls or the guys' toiletries.
But yeah, Alex gives whoever's got the stronger constitution his crowbar to open the thing up.
Any
you.
takers?
Do we roll a contested constitution or?
No, just who wants to open the sewer grate?
Okay,
The reason
let
he
me-
suggested someone with stronger constitution is because you have to remove your hand from your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grisera volunteers. Let's get this over with.
I mean, I don't have to hold my nose. I can do a try too, if it bothers you that much.
Yeah, but I'm stronger than you.
So,
Just go.
roll me strength
Are you
and roll me con.
strength, and strength?
Straight strength and then a con save.
Okay. Oh, Constitution save.
Okay.
Strength.
So, despite the smell, you manage to pry it open and slide it off. And as you poke your head out, you see that there's a cartographer who's glancing back and is just sort of blinking as if he's trying to absorb the fact that there's an orc emerging out of the sewer.
Grisera tries to bullshit her way out of this. The bathrooms haven't been cleaned for a while. You are having a hallucination.
That was the worst one I've ever heard.
Shut up.
Roll
Al-
me
Alex is-
deception with disadvantage.
Oh lord. We're doomed. Oh god.
He looks to you, and then he steps over and glances down at all the faces, and then he steps back, and he
Hey,
just...
Jim.
Alex, is that you?
Yeah, you're not gonna tell anyone about this. You understand?
Don't kill me, and I don't care what the hell you do. You smell like shit, by the way.
Swear.
I'm aware. I'm acutely aware.
It's a good smell
Thankfully-
for you. And he wanders into a toilet and closes the door.
Yeah, fuck you too, Jim.
Yeah.
Swear. Oh, sorry.
I hate that guy.
Oh, 1 second, Vienna. Does 14 pass your wisdom save? Okay, so as he's walking into one of the toiletries, he stops in place and then he goes, "Really? You gonna do this? I said I wouldn't call out, I wouldn't shout. I mean, I can still shout for help if, you know. Like, just let me go
Yes,
to the
we're-
bloody toilet. Let me go."
Yes, Yes. We're aware. Okay, just Vienna, please, just don't.
Let's just get the hell out of here.
It was a reaction. Just forgive her.
Christ.
She panicked.
You're fine. Actually, Christ, bloody drowsy. You're all as worse as sewage. There, I said it. And you can't prove me wrong, can ya?
I would call them a turd.
And he walks into the toilet, slams the door closed, and then says, "Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take a massive shit."
Rare.
But nah, good to see you're doing all right, Jim. Alex knocks on the door and then just keeps moving.
Yeah.
Moving on?
And Alex uses prestidigitation to clean himself up, and so he actually doesn't smell like shit.
So does Dennis.
All the
then he comes
swears.
over to Rua and is like, you want me to clean you up?
This isn't a Christian game, Ruvra. I will swear if
too.
I bloody want to.
You two are casting that on all of us.
Yes, you are casting that on all of us, both of you.
The reason why Dennis is asking Rua is because she kind of asked him not to do that some point in the past.
You start to hear the sounds of someone with constipation.
Oh, good.
Only because she didn't trust you back then, and it was only unless you asked. So now that since you asked, Rua says yes, thank you. But she's still confused why everybody seems so disgusted.
Anyway, so yeah, we're trying to, as sneakily as we can, see if we can't find Miss Felicia and see if we can't kill her.
Do you exit the toilet?
Slowly opening the door to see what.
You see an empty hallway lined wall to wall with small pigeonholes that have a scroll in each and every one of them.
All right, everything's really quiet. I don't like that. Everyone be on alert.
Alright. Allah, what are you doing in the meanwhile?
My plan has been foiled, so I gotta do backup emergency plan B. She murders herself. And then she's gonna cast Fly on herself.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna go up to about 180 feet in the air.
Okay.
And she's gonna fly over to town and start playing her song.
Alright. You play the
So in other
song?
words, you're being a nuisance.
Just being a pure fucking nuisance.
Turn the volume from 10 to 11 and just play your heart out.
Also, I'm gonna try to get a crowd of adoring fans. So I'm gonna try to stay in one area in particular and then try to cast. I think it's this one. Nope.
What's the range of an instrument?
That's a good question.
Sound?
She is 120 feet in the air.
True.
Like, they might not even notice her.
Oh, that's not it. You know, you're right. I'm gonna go straight to the Cartographers Guild.
Okay. So, how far above the Cartographers Guild are you?
Exactly 130 feet in the air.
Okay.
Allah just takes off to the Cartographers Guild, playing through the fire and the flames.
You see a few of the cartographers glance up, and then a few of them start to fly up.
Oh god, she flies away!
They
Didn't
give
expect that,
chase.
did
What was that?
They give chase. For every 5 feet you go, they go another 5 feet. Because you don't have the speed advantage in the air. You all go 60 feet.
Yeah, we all do go 60 feet, so I'm
You
still gonna
all
be running away.
float.
That is the plan. I'm gonna go right out the city limits then.
Alright. So, do you land before fly ends?
Ooh. I would have to, but I still have at least How long do I have on my duration fly? I have 2 minutes. How
It's
much
an
am I
e-
spend?
It's either 10 minutes or it's an hour. I can't remember.
Fly is 10 minutes. Just letting you know that right now.
Okay. So, yeah, that's 10. So, 10 rounds is 10 rounds is 1 minute. So, you go 60 times 10. So, you're going 600 feet every 10 rounds. AKA, you're going... AKA, for the total duration, you can go 6,000 feet.
Okay. How long until they stop chasing me? Are they that determined to get me?
They do not stop chasing you.
How many are there?
There are about 5.
You're faster
Okay.
on the ground.
I am going to actually slow down a little bit and start singing the song just right out of the range unless they cast a spell magic on me.
What's the range of dispel magic?
It's 120 feet. I checked.
Yeah, the moment you got within range, they would cast it.
Okay. That is not what I'm looking for. What is what I'm looking for?
You begin to
So this-
plummet.
Okay. I'll take the damage.
You
That's
I
take
would lower-
quite a fall.
I would lower myself slightly as I let them get catching up to me because I know that's what they're going to do.
So how far above the ground are you?
I would say 60 feet at this point because the entire point of me actually going 150 feet in the air was to get out range of the spell magic.
Okay, so that's 50 feet when you start taking damage. And it's 1d6 for every 5 feet, I think it is. Fiona, is that right? It's 1d6 for every... Or is it 5 or 10? Per 10. So 60 feet, 50 feet. So that's 1d6 5 times, so that's 5d6. Okay. You take 8... Okay. You take 18 damage.
Okay. Down to a few HPs.
They're catching up. What do you do?
Alrighty. What race are they? Are they all drow? Are they all warlocks? Are they all human? This matters to me.
There's mostly humans, but there's a couple of, other races, there's a gnome, it's a mix of races. They're all
Okay.
human, let's just say.
I would cast Charm Person on the first one within 30 feet.
Okay.
And I have a disadvantage, I guess, because of they're attacking me, but I also have advantage because I'm using my flute to do so.
You successfully charm one of them, and immediately after, another dispel magic goes off.
How many dispel magic do these guys have? What are warlocks? Are they all warlocks? This is not
They are
fun.
all warlocks.
So all of them have unless they're high level, they all have 2 spell slots each. They had to use one for fly. So that gives me at least another 3 dispel magics.
There's 5 of them.
You are faster on land, right?
I am, but they're still yeah.
So, there's still 3 more attacks to go out.
Alrighty. Before it's my turn again,
Yeah.
go for it.
The thing is, they don't have a stat block, because I wasn't expecting this to end in a fight today. I was expecting today to be all about planning. Once again, you guys get ahead of me, so,
Because I have another spell I can cast that might work, but if it doesn't work, I'll understand.
Let me just think for a moment, because I gotta work out how to do this. Okay.
There's probably like a generic warlock stat block in the compendium you could grab.
I'll just toss Alex's up. I mean, he's not really geared for spells, so it's probably okay, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Edward. Thank you. That'll be very helpful. I just didn't have time for it this week, Christmas and all that. So I'm gonna just use Alex's, so just be aware of that. So yeah, it doesn't do cold damage. It does
Force.
Force, yeah. It just does force damage.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. One of them would probably be a higher level. So what are you doing something, Alex? Or did I?
Oh, sorry.
I can't. I'm just.
Sorry, I was.
And one of them would probably be a higher level. So.
I thought only 3 can attack.
Eldritch Blast. You can cast Eldritch Blast multiple times at higher levels.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Oops, sorry, wrong thing. I was trying to get you the stat block. Ignore that last one. So you take. Let's see. You take 4 cold damage. No,
Force damage.
Force. Sorry.
I wish it was cold.
All right, it's your turn.
Are they all within 30 feet of each other? Are they all
No.
in formation?
Only one was within 30 feet. The others are still flying in the air.
Oh, so they all have like 120 feet range? This is not good.
Some of them actually would probably have 300.
Alrighty. So you're saying the... Okay, I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern as many as I can, and then try to book it.
Okay. Roll for it.
I don't roll Hypnotic Pattern. You just gotta beat my spell DC of 15.
That's what I mean. I need to know what it does, though. Okay, Wisdom saving throw.
And that's with disadvantage.
Why do they have disadvantage?
Because they're gonna be charmed, and by my flute I get advantage with charm. Oh wait, that doesn't make sense, does it?
No, they dispelled that magic.
No, I still have charming. Like my flute gives charm at me advantage on charming effects.
Okay. Alright, I'll roll again. So... You managed to get one of them, and... He's charmed. Is that your turn?
I'll be running, but yes, that'll be my turn otherwise.
So you move 40 feet, because that's as far as you can go.
Yep.
The ones in the air fly their full distance, and I believe that's 60 feet, so they're able to keep up.
Yep. Well, alright.
And they're gonna cast another Eldritch Blast at you.
Okay.
So you take all of that, I believe.
Yeah, I do.
9 plus 6 plus 8. Now, Allah,
Yeah, I know.
what's your HP at?
25.
Okay. It's your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna cast Greater Invisibility on myself.
Alright. They're going to try and attack you with disadvantage.
Okay.
2 and 3.
One hits.
So, disadvantage. I believe only the 10 hits you?
Yep.
Only 18, I mean. So you take 10 force damage.
Yep.
And they've slowed to a... They're still continuing in the same direction. Like, they're assuming you're still running.
Well, if they're flying, that means they're in air, so I'm going forward and past them.
You move 40 feet, they move 60 feet.
I know, but since I'm invisible, even though they hit me, I'm still invisible. I move forward, they're in the air, they don't know where I'm at, so I'm gonna move past them. Like I'm turning around and going back to them. Yeah.
Why not just say you're moving in the opposite direction?
Because I'm going towards them.
But they're ahead of you.
Are they ahead of me? I
Yes.
thought they were gaining up on me and firing Eldritch blasts.
They overtook you when you landed because you got dispelled of you flying.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna run past them, or run ahead of them, or in the opposite direction, however you want to say it.
So at that point, they lose track of you, and you successfully get away.
Alrighty.
All right, back to everyone else. The hallway is still empty. What do you guys do?
Let's go. All right. Well, would Athena know where Felicia has been shacking up in the guild?
She wouldn't, but she does know where the heads of the guild typically stay.
And as they're getting through, sneaking through as best they can, Athena gestures to everyone. I was like, okay, right this way, everyone. And quickly getting a feel for who's in what room.
All right. I need you all to roll me stealth.
Oh, I forgot to turn off disadvantage.
Okay. Just leave it on. I mean... Anyway. Okay. So you wander down, and you're wandering through, and then you hear one of the doors you pass open, and a single drow steps out, arms folded. It's not Felicia. It is a drow with white hair, blue eyes, and just a very stern expression.
Athena looks over and looks at the hair and just frowns and he says, "Platinum blonde? Seriously?"
It's not Felicia, I said that.
Yeah, I said platinum, sorry. Platinum? Seriously? That's the hairstyle you're going for? Oh, goodness gracious, you drow are so typical.
Rui just kind of looks so confused. She goes, I forgot, who are we looking for again?
You watch as she begins to cast a spell.
Alex immediately throws out a counter spell.
Okay. The spell fades away. She tries to cast it again. Okay.
Load up on counter spells, I see.
Athena tries to tackle her.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to look at my list.
Don't you guys need those for later?
Alright, that'll be
Alex will be fine.
That'll be a contested strength check.
Alright, strength check.
Alright, so you successfully tackle her.
And Athena starts restraining her. And for added measure, starts breaking her fingers.
You can't do that. It's her turn.
Oh, sorry.
She is going to cast Charm Person. Actually, no, wait. Let me quickly read this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with that instead. So, as you tackle her, you actually go right through her.
Of course.
I'm gonna say our cover's blown.
I'd say yes.
Wait, is that the same spell? Can you even cast spells like that? Heck, if I knew that, I would have done a lot of different things.
Does Dennis know which spell was cast?
It was that they were trying to cast message. The drow negotiator then gives a smile and says, "You've just wasted spell slots," and vanishes.
Athena just growls and says, "Bitch." Anyway, let's keep finding her. Let's keep looking. Just start kicking down doors now at this point.
And kill anyone that isn't on our... that is... syndicate.
Maybe let's be careful about the killing, because we don't know who could be what here.
Have I seen
Well,
where... Never mind.
We keep looking. We keep looking through the heads rooms, and while they're doing that, Alex does this.
Alright, so what were you saying, Alab? What are you looking for?
Would I know where Felicia was at last time? Was she actually coming to me, or did I came to her?
You did see her, and I'm sorry, it's hard to concentrate when there's sounds. Okay. You did see her in one of the office rooms. One of the head office rooms.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not new information, but I'll still relay it.
So,
Alright, so we know we're looking in the right place.
do you all open every single door you go past now?
No, Athena directly tells them, like, which rooms are like, the head office rooms, and that those should be the ones they should open.
Alright. So this is where we're going to wrap it up. And next week will probably be the last week before we take a break for Christmas. It'll either be next week or the week after. We're still deciding on it, but yeah, just a Christmas break because, Christmas is coming up and, families and all of that. But yeah, that's where we're going to end the session. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you all had fun.
Bye-bye.
And bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See ya.
Family darkest fear.